Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to change the saw chain on your Ryobi 14-inch chainsaw. This should work on the 16-inch as well. I'm going to try to make it short and sweet, so let's get started. For the tools you'll need, basically all you need is this. It came with your chainsaw when you bought it. If for some reason you don't have it, no worries. All you need is a 1/2-inch socket and a flathead screwdriver. An old rag just to clean it up a little bit, and lastly your new chain. This came with two for about $27 out the door. I got it from Home Depot, and you're looking for the Y52 14-inch. Okay, first step, you want to make sure that you're doing this when the chainsaw is in the off position. Make sure that the chainsaw is cool enough to work with so you don't burn yourself. And first step, you want to make sure that the chain brake is in the off position. So this is pulled towards you and this red is not engaged. So if it looks like this, make sure that you pull it back to make sure that's off. Okay, now you want to loosen up these two nuts. Just get it loose. You don't have to take it all the way out yet. And then you want to loosen up the tension on the chain, and you do that right here. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So once you see some slack in the chain, you can go ahead and continue removing these two nuts. Make sure you put them in a safe spot so you don't lose them. And this whole assembly should just slide off. You want to go ahead and clean this up real good. Make sure there's no wood debris in there. It doesn't have to be spotless, just get it nice and clean since you already have it opened. So to remove the chain, you can just go ahead and slide this back and forth. As you can see, it loosens and tightens up the chain, so you want to make sure it's loose all the way. Pull it from the front, and then just pull it out from the back side. You can go ahead and throw this away properly. Now you want to go ahead and take this out, clean it up real good, and I'll be back. Alright, so once you get everything all nice and cleaned up, we want to go ahead and put this back on. So just go ahead and slide it back on here. Just like that. And you want to get your new chain out. If you look on here, let's see if it'll focus. There it is. It'll show you how to put your chain on, so you can't get it wrong. Just make sure it looks like that. You also want to make sure that this here is pushed all the way back. That way it's easy to put the chain on. Alright, so you want to start from the back side here. Once you get your chain lined up correctly. Just line it up at the top. And go ahead and pull this out to put some tension on it. And it should line right up. Alright, now you can go ahead and put this back on once you cleaned it up. And remember the reason why I said you want your chain brake on, or I'm sorry, your chain brake off, is because this metal ring here if the red is engaged, what it does is it tightens up the ring and it catches onto the sprocket so the chainsaw can't spin. So it's basically like a safety device when you're using it, and then you accidentally hit the chainsaw, make it go up, it'll push that out, make this release, and it'll stop the chain from spinning so you don't hurt yourself. So make sure that that is off, and just go ahead and slide it back on. You want to make sure that this pin is inside the hole that says adjusting pin. You might have to move this around a little bit to get it to line up, so just be patient when you're doing it. Alright, so once you get that on and this is lined up, you want to add a little bit of tension onto this, just like that, and carefully put the nuts back on. Just get them on to a point where they're on there, just don't tighten it up yet. Alright, once the nuts are on there, go ahead and get your tool, and you're going to want to tighten the tension back up. And according to the manual, it says to make sure that there's no slack at the bottom of the saw. So I'm just going to get it tight to the point where you can freely spin this without it catching onto anything. Righty tighty. You might have to loosen it up and tighten it up just to get it adjusted to where you want it. And like I said, you don't want it too tight because you don't want to break the chain. So just get it nice and tension, just like that. So if you pull at the bottom, there's just a little bit of slack. That's actually a little too loose. We'll tighten it up a bit more. There you go, just like that. Then once you get the tension correct, then you want to tighten up these two nuts real good. Just not Superman strength, just good enough to where this doesn't fall out. You don't want to strip anything. I prefer to use my 1/2 inch socket anyways. There you go. You're all done. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.